Good morning, hope you are doing well. In today's video, we are going to be talking about packing. I am going to be sharing with you my toiletry, my makeup, my hair items, all of that. We will not be discussing clothing in today's video, but we can definitely revisit that down the road. I just got back from a little weekend away with a family, and I am preparing for another vacation that is going to last about 5 days. Then in a few more weeks, I will be traveling for about a week. Not all of these vacations are by airplane. Most of them are actually traveling by car, but everything that I talk about as far as my packing tips go are going to apply when I travel by airplane as well. Basically, what I have been doing is when I came home, I just left everything together. I look and see what do I need to replenish. Let's say I used up some Q-tips or some cotton pads or something like that, and I just need to replenish for the next vacation. Basically, I am ready to go, and I'm so excited to share all of my packing tips and necessities with you. For those of you that have been following me for some time, you are well aware that I am quite the planner and I am a list maker. I have a list for everything. You name it, groceries, bills, chores, whatever, I always have a tailing list. I also have a packing list. I will have a link down below as well as in the corresponding blog post sharing my packing list if you would like one for yourself. Let me just share with you that I cover everything on my packing list. And I mean everything. I look at every single situation that I could be in on a vacation. So when you use this list, if you choose to, you can do what my family does because everybody utilizes my list, and my husband will look and go, I don't need panty liners. So he will just cross off everything on the list that doesn't apply to him, and he will utilize what does, and that's what I suggest you do because like I said, I cover it all on this list. Also, let me share that there are many items that I do not pack in my luggage or my toiletry case when we are traveling by car. The reason for that is I have a car caddy that goes with us everywhere. It is always in my car. It never leaves my car. I go through it a couple times a year just to make sure it is ready to go for the season. I do have a video sharing what is in my car caddy. That will be linked below. You will want to check that out. Many items that we do need to have on hand when traveling, just in case we have an emergency, are in that car caddy, and that is the reason why you may not see them in today's video. If you like to be organized, and you know that I do, I highly recommend that you invest in a nice toiletry case like this. I love this particular one here. I know that it appears like it is monogrammed because it has the letter M on the front. That is not true, because if it was, mine would have a T on it, not an M, which would be perfect for my third daughter, McKenna. That M is just a logo for the company that designed this bag, but I absolutely love this bag. It is perfect, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why. This particular bag has feet on the bottom, and a lot of these toiletry cases that hang do not. And I love having the feet because a lot of times I just want to sit this right up on the vanity and work out of it from there. The other thing that I really like about this one is there's a female bag, and then there's a blue one, which could be female as well, but you could get one for his or her. So love these. In fact, my husband has one as well. This is what it looks like when it's open, and then tucked in this little pocket right here is going to be your hook so that you can hang it if you want. Also, if you're lucky, you can actually hang the little hook on a towel bar, and it will reach perfectly where this sits on the vanity. Another really great feature is you can unzip the two sides, and you can see that you could even put your makeup brushes in there. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this bag. Of course, you could put toothpaste, toothbrushes, whatever you want to do in those, but I love it if you wanted to do your makeup brushes like that and have easy access to them. Let's get started and talk about what I carry in my toiletry case, and we are going to start with PM skincare routine, because what happens is when I arrive, generally, I'm already ready for the day. So the very first thing that I would do as far as toiletries go is I would be removing my makeup the first day that I arrive on my trip. Right here, I have a wrap towel. This is a Velcro wrap that you can wrap around you. I like wearing one of these when I do my PM skincare routine, as I've shown in previous videos, because I also want to be able to wash my neck and décolleté. So these are really handy to have. Bear in mind that everything that I share with you today will be linked below, also on the blog post. I also have some hair clips because I like to clip my hair up away from my face to do my skincare routine. Once my hair is clipped up, the very first thing I do is, if I'm wearing false eyelashes, I will pull those off and put them in an empty vitamin container. I'm a big fan of the exfoliating cotton rounds, and I always put a few in a little recycled pouch like this. You will see a lot of recycled items. Then I will remove my makeup using my Egyptian Magic, and then I also carry around this little small Sephora eye makeup remover because I like to use the two together. Another one that I have for traveling if I need to use it, but this one is a little bit bigger, is the Simple Dual Effect eye makeup remover, but I love using the small sizes. Once my eye makeup is removed, I will take these Neutrogena makeup remover cleansing wipes in the travel size, and actually sometimes when you stay at a hotel, you will get a little makeup remover wipe in a little pack like that. So a lot of times I will save those for the future. The other thing that is great for travel, especially if you're just gonna go for a couple days, is the Olay cleansing wipes. These are basically a washcloth for your face. They already have the soap in them. I've used these for years and love them. From there, I will resource the little cotton rounds pouch again and use a couple of those to use this micellar cleansing water just to get off any last remnants of my makeup. Then I will go in with a cleansing gel or a face wash of some sort. And a lot of times I will just use whatever I have that is sample size or really small. This one is Clarisonic's Refreshing Gel Cleanser, but I also have another little cleanser that I thought was really handy here that was sent to me. This has got a cleansing oil, and then it also has a cleansing bar. So I think this is perfect. Anything like this, super small, perfect. Again, getting another exfoliating round, and I love this Pixie Glow Tonic Exfoliating Toner. Isn't this the cutest little thing? You pick this up at Target. I've talked about this in the past, but I always like to tone my face when I am all done with the removal. From there, I will apply my retinoid to my face and my retinol to my neck and décolleté. Then I will move on to my eye gel. From there, I will apply my self-tanner for my face with my moisturizer. I like to keep the little samples that you receive. You can see the little packets here. This is just one of those large vitamin containers. I had shared this in my vitamin video. I have a couple moisturizers in there, and then I mix in my Clarins Radiance Booster. We also have an eyelash serum here. I do put this in one of those pouches as well, just because it gets a little bit oily. This is a castor oil, and there's a little wand in there and a little defining brush to put on the lashes, and they just get greasy. So it's nice to keep them in here because you don't want it to get on anything else in your bag. If I am on my progesterone rotation, I will put this on at bedtime. I will also put some hand cream on. A couple last minute goodies when it comes to the PM packing for traveling is, again, if I am on my perimenopausal rotation with the progesterone, I will also include some lavender essential oils and clary sage. It is worth it for me to travel with these because it can make a world of a difference on my sleeping. And you know that I have shared I have some sleep issues, but I'm having such good luck with my new sleeping cocktail. I'm no longer taking the melatonin. I've moved on to a few other things. If you want me to do a video on what I'm currently doing for my perimenopausal symptoms, let me know. We can do a video on that. I will brush my teeth, and I love these throwaway toothbrushes because they already have your toothpaste on the brush. So you just open one up. It's kind of like what you would use at an orthodontist office. If you went in there, sometimes they will have the little toothbrushes that already have the paste on them. These are great for traveling. From there, I will put on my Lancinol lip balm. This is a great one for bedtime. And then if traveling by car, I will literally pack a water bottle for each night right in my luggage, and I will attach my supplements that I take at bedtime right to it. They are in one of those little vitamin pouches, and I will tape it to it. What I will do when we arrive wherever our destination is, I will take my water bottles and I will put them right on the nightstand on the side that I'm going to sleep on, because again, I don't drink my water cold. So these are all ready to go and they're all lined up, and that ensures that I get that whole bottle of water down before going to bed, because you know that is very important to me. And ladies, if you have a snoring husband, as many of us do, and you know I do, or you are traveling with children or young adults or teenagers, you may want to pack some earplugs because you never know when you need those to get your beauty sleep. That covers what will happen at night. Now let's talk about when I wake up in the morning and I'm going to shower. A lot of times if I am only going away for 2-3 days, I will make sure that I wash my hair the day of leaving, and then I will never have to wash my hair while I'm traveling. If that is the case, I don't pack any shampoo and conditioner because I don't need them, but if I do need to pack shampoo and conditioner, I normally will travel with this size. I do, however, always have a razor, and then I always carry my L'Occitane shower oil. When traveling, I will utilize the soap that they provide at the hotel or at the home that we are renting. Many times we do not stay at hotels. We will utilize VRBO, Home Away, or Airbnb, places where you can rent a little home. A lot of times if we have all of the kids, it's just more cost efficient to do that, but they always provide soap and stuff like that. So I will just mix this in with my soap. I don't take my exfoliating gloves. I don't take my Clarisonic. I try to stay as low maintenance as I can, but I just cannot be without my L'Occitane oil. If we are going to be gone several days, a lot of times I will continue to do my self-tanning routine to keep up with maintaining what I have worked so hard to achieve. I packed this little kit that I picked up from Ulta. Unfortunately, it was not here when I filmed this video, but it's perfect for traveling. I also carry my deodorant and some more of my L'Occitane goodies. This is the Supple Skin Oil that I mix in with the moisturizer. I will also carry ear swabs, more throwaway toothbrushes, but I also do carry a toothpaste just in case I need it, because you know I like to do 2 rounds of brushing my teeth. I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of it I think is because of the Invisalign trays. I also still whiten my teeth if I have time when we're traveling. I have a little recycled container here that has some baking soda in it. This can be multi-purpose because if you were to get a stain on your clothing as well, baking soda is really handy. And I also have my charcoal that I use for teeth whitening. And you cannot be without your mouthwash because we want some fresh breath when we're traveling and on vacation, right? I have a Turby Twist towel, and what I do is I take a hairband and put it around the outside because you never know when you or somebody that is traveling with you is going to need one of these hairbands. So it's just easy to put it around something. You could put it around a brush, whatever. I am a fragrance girl, so I do like to travel with it. I take a couple different little sample fragrances that were sent to me, maybe from Nordstrom or something like that, and I put them again in one of those little small vitamin pouches. These are so handy to pick up. I will have them linked, and I did talk about these in my vitamin and supplement video. Although I do my makeup before I do my hair, I am going to go over all of the hair products that I take when traveling before we tackle the makeup. Again, you will recall that I already shared with you these little black clips that I had in my PM skincare routine, so I will already have those if I need to resource them. Let me just share with you as well, again, I don't tend to wash my hair if I'm going on a short trip, so I wouldn't even pack my shampoo and conditioner. Another thing that I try to avoid having to pack is my blow dryer. Generally, most places, hotels, rentals, they all have a blow dryer, and I just try to work with what is provided there. Another thing that I do not take with me unless I am going to have to wash and condition my hair is my wet brush. I never brush through my hair with a wet brush except for when I first get out of the shower. That is the only time I use it. When I am styling second, third, fourth day hair, I don't need a wet brush. As far as tools go, I will always carry my curling iron, and the other thing I will always have is my big round brush. These are necessities. I will also have my teasing products. I will have the teasing brush, the comb, and then this wide tooth comb as well. Just like many of you probably do, I utilize the small sizes when it comes to hair product, because if you did want to put this in a carry-on and travel with it, you could. We have a small dry shampoo here. We have an anti-frizz spray here, volumizing spray, and then of course travel hairspray. And I also keep a travel hairspray in my handbag. When it comes to makeup, I might not be like the average person. If we are going out, I like to kind of do a full face of makeup. A lot of times that is when I'm going to be in photos. So I don't exactly scale it back when it comes to makeup. I may for daytime if we're just doing something that's more adventurous and I really don't need to wear makeup, which a lot of times I probably would just go without and then wait until afternoon to do my makeup. But when I'm going out, I tend to want to do my makeup up. So that's kind of personal preference. I don't bring everything with me and I do try to utilize travel sizes. I do save a lot of those and I will share some of those with you, but I am not going to go through every single makeup item that I carry. I link all the time, all the makeup I'm wearing, so I know that you would have a good idea of what it is that I already use. If I am traveling by car, I will just continue to use one of my little caddies. This is the same thing that I have in the back of my car. That's a car caddy. So I have a car caddy and I have a makeup caddy. I actually have like 4 of these. And for everyday use, I have one just for face of this and one for eyes. So that tells you how much makeup I like to have out on my counter. I know, I'm a junkie, what can I say? But then again, I go many days without makeup, so I'm either one way or the other. There's not really a lot of gray area. But yes, this is how I would do it if I was traveling by car because I don't really have to worry about this so much and I'm careful with my luggage. On the other hand, if I am traveling by airfare, I am going to utilize a makeup bag more like this. And I can pretty much get everything into this makeup bag, believe it or not. Let me share a few little things that are in here. I do carry an SPF. This can be used for face, but I would also apply this to the body if I needed to. I usually have another SPF in my car caddy. I also carry a little small toner in here. This is the one by Ren Clean Skin Care. I do my eye makeup first and then I like to actually cleanse my face after I do my eye makeup just to get any additional oil or any fallout that has taken place before I put my serum on. I do of course have my skincare in here. I have my serum. I will utilize the same eye cream that I did for PM skincare because I don't want to double up on things. We want to still be minimal. Again, I will keep sample sizes of mascara to use those. I also carry a little bottle of Clear Eyes because a lot of times if you are not getting as much sleep when you're on vacation, I know you would think you would get more, but a lot of times I feel like I get less. So I always like to have something for just in case my eyes are red. And you know, I never leave home without my painter's tape. You never know when you are going to need this for many things. So, but I also sometimes, if I want to get more of a kind of a cat eye look or just kind of a lifted eye look, especially if I'm not getting a lot of sleep, I will actually utilize the painter's tape to achieve that. So lots of uses for painter's tape. And I also have a little sample primer. So just anytime you can take the little samples or the little smaller travel size or testers, anything like that can always save some room in your makeup arsenal. A couple other little extras that I do want to mention, which again, most of these things would be in my car caddy if we are traveling by car, but it's good to have some ibuprofen on hand, maybe a Band-Aid, maybe some rub relief for the back of your foot. Like let's say your shoes are bothering you, you can get a little stick of rub relief. You can also get little pads. I have all of that stuff in my car caddy. So again, I highly recommend, if you have not watched the car caddy video, you resource that, or if it's been a while, you check it out, because with vacations in summers and road trips coming, there's a lot of goodies that are very necessary to have in your car caddy. Another thing though that I do always like to have on hand when traveling is some Downy wrinkle releaser, because it's inevitable we get a little wrinkle to our clothes, and although we do usually have access to an iron and ironing board, sometimes if you can get it out with some Downy wrinkle releaser, it'll save you time to do something else. I'm always recycling containers. I have this one right here, and inside of this container, I know it does not look great, but this is a deodorant sponge, and I do have one of these in my car caddy as well. To me, it is just a necessity to have a deodorant sponge, because you never know when you are going to get deodorant on your shirt or your dress. The deodorant that I use doesn't do that too bad, but I think this is really handy to have. Also, a little Tide to Go or maybe some shout wipes. Again, these are in my car caddy, but I still a lot of times will pack this. I also have a couple lens cleaning wipes, We have some Hollywood tape in there. You can see the little strip. I have some safety pins. Like I said, these are all in the car caddy, but they are definitely things that you would want to have on hand when you're traveling. A little mini lint brush is imperative to have as well. Don't forget, all my supplements would be ready to go in all of the pouches. If you want to see how I do that, you'll want to go to my vitamins and supplements video. I will have that linked for you as well. And then always bear in mind that I'm always carrying my little cosmetic pouch. I do have a video on what's in my cosmetic pouch. I think the only addition would be my container for my Invisalign, and some extra rubber bands for my Invisalign, and a little mini toothbrush and some toothpaste because I have Invisalign. So what more can you say? But I always have this. And then of course I always have my handbag organizer with a lot of the same goodies in there. So make sure you watch all of those videos if you want to see how I store all of that. I can always do an upcoming video when we get ready for our trip that we will be flying, and I could do what's in my carry-on, and I could also share how I pack my clothing, how I organize that, because there is a system. It is not a free-for-all. I tend to maybe overpack. I probably do overpack, but I do have a system, and I generally don't overpack when it comes to clothing. I pretty much map out what my vacation is going to be, and then I plan the outfits accordingly. My husband is very good at watching the weather for the locations that we are going to be at, so I really just kind of have a plan, and then I generally pretty much stick to the plan. So I know a lot of people like options. I'm not so much that way. I like to know what the plan is, and I like to stick and not deviate from it if I don't have to. And there you can see the whole finished project, all the toiletries, the hair goodies, PM skincare routine, all sorts of things are in this bag. There's also a couple extra little pouches. One's on the back, one is on the side if you have something that's flat that you want to put in on the outer skirts of this bag. So love the bag. Love the feet on it. I highly recommend this, but there you go. Here's another view if you want to look inside of there, but you could use this in so many different ways. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the packing strategies and tips for toiletries, makeup, hair products, and again, we can always extend on to this video with some more packing ideas. You just let me know. That is why the comment section is there for you to utilize. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.